Hello and welcome to video 7 of our database video series. This one we're going to take a look at printing. Now, it seems fairly obvious how to print things, but there are certain ways of doing things that will make your life easier and little mini steps along the way, depending on what it is that we're printing, that will definitely make things easier. And as always in admin, you need to have your name on every printout or it is going in the recycling bin. So we're going to look at how we would print a table, how to print a query, how to print a form and how to print a report. Okay, some are easier than others, but the table and the query are going to be done in the same way. So we're going to double up on that one, and I'm going to take the customer query number 1 that we did from a few videos ago, where we worked out all the bands that had a price per hour less than 400 that did corporate events in Glasgow. So we've got our query here. And now the instinct is just to go file, print, and then go for it. The problem with that is that it's not easy to add in a header or footer, or possibly not even possible at all. So what we will do is we're actually going to export this query, like the same can be done for a table, to Microsoft Word, or you could do it to Excel. So you're going to go to the external data tab, and then over on the export side here, my recommendation is that we would use Word. So you'll click on More, and then you'll click on Export the selected object to rich text. When that comes up, it will ask you the file name you want it to be. Just leave it the same as the database, and then make sure you click Open the destination file after export is complete. So you'll see here that it has popped up. And this is quite useful actually, moving it into Word, because I think it's easier to sort out. So moving it to landscape, if you wanted to make things centered again, that you feel should be or have asked you to be and you didn't do it in the query, you can do it. Also, you can pop yourself a little footer down at the bottom. So Mr. Young there. And that allows you to add a footer but still print out the information. So that is how I would proceed with either a table or a query printout request. Now, the form is slightly different. So the form and the report we need to print from the database itself. We can't export those to Word. So we'd open up the form, and we want to make sure that we've got our name in the footer. So we're going to go to the design view. And like the report footer, we'll extend the bottom here, and then we will use the label to put our name in the footer. Okay. Now, you shouldn't lose a mark for a typo in your name, but it just sends a bad message. Make sure there's no typos in it. When we return to the view, you can see that your name will be down in the footer. Make sure it hasn't impacted how things are seen. And generally, you don't want to print out all the forms. You just want to print out one record. And usually they will tell you which record they want you to do. That lets them see that you know how to print out a single record and you know how to search the database for the correct record. If you print the wrong record, you will lose your print mark. So my advice is to always go to the record you want to print, go to File, Print, don't do Quick Print, that will print out all the records, and then make sure you select this option here, Selected Record. That means that when you print the selected record, it will print just the one form, the one copy of the form that you had in behind. Okay, lastly, we're going to look at report, and it is pretty much the same as the form. So we will go to our design view, get rid of these footers that we don't need, go right to the report footer, open this up. So yes, you'll extend the footer, and you're going to go to your controls, as we've talked about before, not the text box, although perfectly rational thought that it would be the text box. It's going to be the label that you would use. So you highlight, label again, Mr. Young, and then just check your view. Now again, you want to make sure that everything is visible. I would either it has to be sentence casing, so you've got your capital letters on all the important words when you're doing it up the top for your header, or it's all caps, and all caps is easier. Make sure all your field names have correctly formatted with capitals as well. Make sure all the data can be seen, nothing's overlapping, and then at that point it's just simply file, print again. Okay, again, you always want to make sure it fits on the one page. So if you get it out and it doesn't fit in one page for your report or your form, bin it, because you're going to have to do it again. It needs to fit on the one page. That might just mean narrowing things in so that you're not using as much of the space. Either way, it has to all fit in the one page.